Alrighty, be rad.
Good morning, Ty. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning. Welcome back to BTF and Dubs.
Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. WrestleMania weekend is not
Over.
well.
Not
It's
well. We still got the Raw.
we still got the
We
Raw,
still
but
got the Raw.
technically we are finished with WrestleMania.
The,
Now we begin anew.
yes, brand new year. In terms of the wrestling calendar.
Yep,
Um, yeah,
much better than the first night.
it was incredible.
It was
I
so
thought it
much
was
better than the
great.
first
I
night.
genuinely loved night two.
Yeah, it was. It
It
was.
felt so different from night one.
Yeah, it felt like a proper.
Mania.
Yeah, it felt like an old school Mania in
Yeah, it
a
was
way.
just
Like it was one of the best ones. Actually, I think for a while.
for a minute. Yeah, I thought like overall night two
Saved.
yesterday saved Mania, but like it was better than both night one and night two from previous year, and like last year's one was great.
Yeah,
Last year's Mania was really good. Um, yeah, it's crazy how night and day one was versus day two. Well, night one versus night two.
but even night two with a like a shorter card, shorter runtime, really,
Much
because
shorter run
it,
time.
it,
Finished about half an hour earlier than night one.
yeah, like it's just a bit weird, but it felt more
Yeah,
in
more grand.
tune.
The grand stage of them all felt it had that feel to it.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like maybe you're thinking, like I was thinking when I was lying in bed this morning as I woke up, I just thought how good two was compared to night one.
Yeah,
And you've had this whole thing of, oh, we got TKO versus WWE. It felt like night one was
the
a
TKO
TKO
night.
brand,
Yeah, very much
and
so.
night two was a WWE brand. Like,
I did feel that. I know what you mean. I know
and
what you mean.
it's kind of I'm hoping they're going on the responses like, okay, look, this is what you guys did.
Mm,
Look at the result. Look at the reviews. Look at the backlash.
yeah. Look at the ticket sales because night two had about 5,000 more people.
Yeah, but look at night two, and you go, look at what we did.
Yeah, why are you messing
Well,
with the product?
we don't need you
Basically.
to. You're coming in and you're fucking it up.
Yeah, and don't do that. You don't know what you're doing. It's not a
No,
UFC.
no.
Leave it alone. Leave the wrestling to the wrestlers and the
Just
people in the business.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
let the stars do what they need to do. Let the
100%.
people who control it how they know how to do it because they've been doing it for
50, 60, 70 years.
probably
Long
yeah
ass time.
longer. But who
Vince
knows?
McMahon senior days. You know,
So
they
just
they
let
know.
them do their job. You don't need to come in here and fuck around with. We need to sell more merch. We need to sell more adverts, and we need to
Nah.
sell more product. And we like, and when I say product, I mean like not wrestling product.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
Ram trucks and all that crap we've been talking about the whole weekend. Don't need that shit.
no. Historically speaking, WWE has done better in terms of sales, in terms of their merch, in terms of their buy rates on pay per view or PLEs, with no sponsorships. So
Yeah.
I mean that kind of says everything you need to do. I know it's an extra income for WWE, but that shouldn't be the focus. And that,
No.
like you said, night one was there was a big focus on that stuff. Night two just felt different,
Yeah.
and it
It
just
just
landed different.
it completely landed in the wrong in the wrong vibe for everyone who wanted to consume the product.
100%, 100%. But we digress. We obviously didn't get Tico versus WWE, thank God. Maybe that's a Survivor Series then.
I
But
mean, it
what we
could
did
be.
get was possibly the greatest opening match in WrestleMania history.
It was
That was perfect.
unbelievable.
That
It
was
was
perfect.
exactly what we spoke about and what we wanted.
Yeah,
Short, sweet. Neither of them came out looking like they were weak.
I mean, Oba came out looking like a bajillion bucks. I mean, he was eating. He dominated at first, which was great. Great to set the table like that. He then,
He ate a couple of suplexes.
well, that's then like he got ahead of himself, and Brock being the veteran
Yeah.
made him pay for it. And then that's when Brock got his offense in. He was throwing him around Suplex City in him, and then he ate a monstrous F5.
That F5 was
That was great.
he took it properly.
He took it.
He
He
didn't
didn't
land
like.
on his side.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. You
He
brought
went
it up.
kind of face down
Yeah, like like how you take it when like that's the match over. The
back in the
whole
day.
crowd stood up like, no, not
No,
like
no, not
this,
no.
and then he kicked out. And well, he actually no, sorry, I lied.
He
He didn't.
didn't.
He got up.
Up.
He got up, which
Where that
was
Brock was like obviously pushing in the hard cam. He was going, "Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I've done it.
I
Yeah,
am
this is I knew I had this rookie.
whatever."
Whatever, dude.
And then he turns around and there's Oba,
That was fantastic. And then yeah, Oba hits him up with the fall from grace,
and it was
and it
oh,
was
he hit it
over.
with the
One
choke
second.
slam. He hit it with
Oh,
the
you hit
fall
him with
from
a
grace.
phenomenal choke slam. Actually, it was a
Yeah,
really good choke slam.
and then yeah, he hit the fall from
Fall from
grace.
grace
And everyone,
again.
I was expecting a kick out.
I
In a way, I
I kind
was.
of wasn't, to be honest. Like, I think as soon as he hit the chokeslam, then that fall from grace, I was like, that's it. Like, at no stage did I think Brock would kick out because they didn't build it like that. I understand why a lot of people
Yeah, yeah,
probably expect it because you would expect Brock to kick out of at least one.
yeah.
But I think just by him not doing that also just elevated over to like the next level and like you put over the fall from grace more than 1,000 squash matches.
True,
So
true. Actually,
um I'm glad he didn't kick out.
yeah. And
S-
then
And then
Oba obviously looked
he looked
surprised.
yeah, I mean like he was like, damn, I did it. I knew I could, but I actually did it. I slayed the beast.
Yeah.
Uh basically dominated the beast quite a bit, which you don't say about anybody
Don't
really
ever
ever.
say that about anyone.
Um, and it was just fantastic. I don't have any notes.
No,
I
it was just
genuinely
it
don't.
was again smooth, quick, to the point.
Yeah,
You gave each of them their strong moments, and then you ended it.
yeah,
Ended it in the way that everyone wanted it, because if Oba had lost, you would have buried him there and then,
yeah. That's it,
and he would not look like the force that he should be.
100%. And I think a lot of the crowd would have like died
There would have
after
been a
that.
riot there.
After that, the
Also,
the,
what was great is
the crowd
yeah, the crowd were fantastic.
throughout the whole night, like it
It
was
was actually
again
really
night and
good
day compared to
compared
night
to the
one.
first one. Yeah, sorry about that. And then you get
Oh well,
well,
as after the loss, I remember I looked at you and I was like, I think Brock's gonna leave his gloves in the ring,
yeah, you
and
did
then
because he didn't get up.
no, he didn't get up, and I'm
Oba, he
like,
was still
Is
Oba
he?"
was halfway down up the ramp.
Yeah, and like Brock was still laid out,
Yeah,
which was crazy. You never see that from Brock,
no,
or have never seen that from Brock
no, he
anyway.
looked exhausted for some
Um,
reason. He just looked like he was exhausted, but
yeah,
maybe it was just that emotional pain of him making that decision.
in the moment,
I think he made that
I think it was in the
decision
moment.
there and then. Like I think he's maybe floated it round with people in the back because they. I'd love to see what. So this might be a
Yeah,
piece on
well,
Unreal that to
well,
watch,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'd
Like,
love to see if there was some discussions of I might not. You're just gonna have to let me make my
mm,
choice.
I'm sure there must have been.
And he must have only discussed it with certain people as well. Like
Yeah, like
so
Paul Heyman
so
definitely,
ge-
obviously Trips,
yeah.
guys like that.
So I genuinely think it was a that's it, that's there
Yeah,
and then.
they probably said to him, it's like, listen, after the match, it's you like you decide what you want to do. It's WrestleMania. We'll give you time.
Yeah.
And I agree because again, I was like half joking. I was like, is he gonna leave
Oh
his like
yeah,
gloves in the ring? And then he started doing it, and like I mean, everybody set up.
yeah.
It's a huge moment, possibly one of the biggest moments in WrestleMania history, especially considering how
Well,
much
he's
Cole and Barrett were like hyping up. Like he's the greatest fighting athlete of all time. I
yeah,
can't remember the exact terminology they used,
yeah.
but
And then it kind of it's
combat's
kind of poetic because he had like his big moment where he beat the streak, and now there's this big moment for him where he's gone out on his terms.
and it's Ober's first win.
Yeah,
Start a new streak. That was Brad's call last night.
yeah.
He was like, "This could be
I
the
wanted
start of the Ober Femi never loses that Mania streak."
that he needs to be the modern day version of it.
That would be great. I would love
It
to
would be
see that
fantastic.
because then by the time someone does eventually break that streak, I mean that will be huge.
They would it will be massive, and it would have to be someone like a Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, to
Obviously,
come
not
out.
him to come back out of
No, of course,
retirement
yeah,
and
yeah.
do
It's
that
like
crap.
75-year-old Brock Lesnar would be
No,
great to see
but
though.
someone like of that caliber who is the next one to do that.
Yeah, to take over the role of the ruler,
Yeah,
the
it
new
would
ruler,
the new ruler.
the new ruler.
But
Um,
again, overall, it was just fantastic.
so
Some
it
people,
was
again, seeing some stuff. The whole thing where Brock was, crossing his arms, like that was him
that
to
that
indicate
was
to
just like
Heyman, like
that was I'm doing
I'm
it. I'm
legit. This
legit.
is
I'm out.
real.
And but I mean, we were discussing it sort of in between, right before they got back to the Hulk Hogan documentary.
Again,
Again,
I think
again,
like I don't
they
need to
were
watch it.
no, I don't. I've seen everything I need to like a trillion times. It's burned into my brain now. But
Yeah,
we were chatting about it but at that stage. Like, I mean, Paul Heyman, you could see it. Like, wasn't expecting it. I don't think because he was super emotional. I mean, so was Brock. Brock was
yeah,
crying. You never see Brock run up the ramp and high five people.
no,
So I think it's legit. But I was saying to Ghazi last night, I was like, yeah, but this is still a business,
yes,
and there's a lot of money to be made from Brock having a retirement match. No, if everyone is still itching for him versus Gunter, and Paul Heyman owes Gunter a favor, and SummerSlam is
SummerSlam
in
is
in Minneapolis.
yes. It's 4 months away.
It's
It's
4 months
enough
away.
time for Brock to sort of stay in shape, train, and
Yeah,
and for
exactly.
them to do that. I mean, he is scheduled to be at Raw, so
Yeah, and I'm assuming that'll probably be like a thank you sort of for all the
E
years, the fandom, yada
an
yada yada.
explanation, and
And
then you'll
then
get the inevitable
Gunther
Gunther
comes
coming
out and
out
says, Paul, you owe me a favor. And then Brock can turn it down, but then Gunther terrorizes Paul Heyman
until
until he needs his best buddy Brock
yeah,
to come out and save his ass,
done.
and then Gunther gets another curricular moment.
Yeah, but
Which
again,
I wouldn't look, again.
again,
I think it's more poetic not to do that and have Brock just retire because it is also Brock Lesnar. He could be like, "No, I'm done."
and if you have Gunther beat Brock Lesnar to retire him, you you negate.
Ober's win.
I don't say you
Well,
negate his win, but you negate the fact that the ruler has conquered the beast.
yeah, because then he would have lost to Gunther right
Yeah.
after this momentous occasion. I feel you. I feel you on that.
So it is point, but again,
Yeah, I don't. Again, I'm just gonna say, like,
whatever these writers and
I
whatever
don't,
else is going on.
I don't want that to happen at all. I
Oh no,
don't
no,
want to
no,
see
goodness
Gunther
no,
Brock, not
no,
anymore.
no.
You know, I loved how it ended. Leave it at that. But again, it's business.
Would
They'll
it
probably look
would have
for
understood it
something.
more if Brock had beaten Ober.
Then I
Would
can
have
understand
understood
that.
it more.
Yeah, I would have understood it more. I would have hated it more.
I would have absolutely hated it more, but I would have understood it more from a storyline
Yeah,
perspective.
for sure, definitely.
Now I don't see that. Maybe we'll get the Gunter Ray match at some point as well.
Sure, we will definitely.
But but the whole thing with Paul Heyman owing him a favor, it's got to be Brock.
It's gotta be Brock.
So
But yeah, again, overall, what like, and you were saying yesterday, Ghazi, and yesterday's episode, like, we know it's gonna start here. You got to keep that momentum. And I mean, they didn't just start here; they started here.
they
It
went
was
beyond the
phenomenal,
ceiling.
even with Brock's retirement. I mean, air quoted for now,
Yeah,
just in case. We'll see on
the
Monday.
retirement.
But the retirements, and like, you can see the crowd was like taken out of it, and I was like, okay, but it's smart to have the ladder match next. So I mean, just overall, no notes on the Brock over match.
No,
Perfect,
nothing.
5 stars,
Nothing was wrong.
100%, great all the way around. Um, and then you had, dare I say, one of the greatest ladder matches I've ever seen.
I said that to you last night. I genuinely think
It's a top five.
it's a top five straight
I
away.
think it definitely deserves a rewatch.
Oh yeah,
Just
just
to properly like sort of rank it if we were. But
there might be.
holy shit.
There's only one note from it, and it's what you pointed out straight away. We didn't get an entrance for three of the wrestlers.
Yeah, we didn't
That's
see
it.
Rusev, JD, or Dragon Lee's entrances, and this is WrestleMania. You have so much time, and you showed us again. It may have been different on ESPN, or I don't know what
Whatever
else it was streamed
platform
on,
you're streaming
but
on.
we were watching it off of Netflix, and we got the Hulk Hogan documentary instead of seeing JD McDonough, Rusev, and Dragon Lee get an entrance.
I'd love to see it because Dragon Lee could go wild with his
Yeah,
dragon
for
wings and
sure.
everything. I'd love to have seen what he would have done.
And I would have loved to have seen Rusev come out because he famously has the tank entrance from WrestleMania. So
Yeah,
he could have done something different. I mean, I know he probably wouldn't with his current gimmick,
yeah.
but still, that's not the point. The point is you cut off three wrestlers' entrances
To show
to show
us.
us another ad for the Hulk Hogan
I thought
documentary.
being on Netflix, we were supposed to get it raw and live, everything. We weren't going to get ad
I feel
breaks.
like we should have. I feel like we absolutely should
So
have.
thanks for that, WWE/TKO for whatever. But
So yeah,
the only
that was
note from that ladder match.
yeah. I mean,
Get that out the way now, because we can actually just talk about that match. It was
that
unbelievable.
was again, it was just like, it was
S-
possibly, and we were talking about it during the match, possibly the most seamless ladder match I've ever seen. The setups never looked like setups.
No, this
When they were putting stuff, like, I mean, the obvious one would be Rusev putting the ladder between the ring and the announce table, which is obviously a clear setup one. But there was some where
the one where
the ladder, where
he
he
pushed the
pushed,
ladder over and it
yeah,
landed perfectly
perfectly,
in the corner
yeah,
for
and then
JD's spot for the
Jenny
high back
spot.
body drop
The
spot.
the one where Dragon Lee got caught in between the ladder to have Ray deliver the 619 through it.
Yeah,
Like,
it
again,
just worked.
it was just it
It
was
was
incredible. It never seemed
perfect.
like they set it up. It seemed like everything was just like working every single time, and it was great.
You know what it felt like? It felt like watching an old school match where everything was called on the fly
Yes,
because everything was just set up so perfectly seamlessly.
hundred
They
percent.
didn't have to struggle to get the ladder set up in the place that they needed to. They
Yeah,
didn't have to
exactly.
struggle to get an opponent in the position that they needed to.
Yeah, and you can
They
tell,
just
like,
did
they're
it.
all just absolute veterans at this stage because a lot of times, like you just mentioned, guys, is you'll see, like, when they set up a ladder, like, in the ring, and then between the ring post and the ladder, which is in the middle, and a lot of the times they struggle to, like, get it in the run.
Yeah.
And like, this was not that. They were just like dunk dunk done. And it's like, cool, it's set up already. And then we got a sick Mexican destroyer and the greatest piece of Michael Cole commentary of the night.
Oh,
JD
JD
McDonough's
is
dead.
dead. But that was just like stone cold.
It was
I know
great.
you don't like Michael Cole at all,
So,
but
I'm not a big fan.
that was just like that spot was just
It
JD
was.
McDonough is dead. He
JD
just said it
McDonough's dead,
so
yeah.
flat.
He literally said like exactly like that. JD McDonough is dead. I mean, he took it like champ. Again,
Oh,
we did call it
yeah.
in
As
the
soon as it
previous
got
episode
set,
with JD in there was like he's gonna take every bump and by
JD got
God,
JD ate everything
think
early on.
his new nickname should be JD by God McDonough because he takes so many heavy bumps and
Oh,
he
he
did it
was
throughout the whole night. Everyone did.
yeah.
Everyone
He
did.
was he. You know what? Everyone had said that their respect for him went up after he did that moonsault and he
And
obviously
he like
punctured the
punched a
lung and
lung,
everything.
yeah.
Props to him because that is a dangerous spot.
And he's
But the guy took everything like a props to him again. He's actually on the face of it, he's a really good, smooth wrestler.
yeah. I was saying to you last night, I do feel bad for him though
Yeah,
because he sells so incredibly well. He's the new Dolph Ziggler. They're gonna put him in matches like that because he sells like an absolute
he sells.
champ, and
Yeah,
he
he sells
takes
like a
every
dream.
bump like a dream. So I mean, good for him. Great showcase. But he's gonna be that. He's gonna be the bump guy from now on.
Oh yeah, he's going to be the bump guy. But I mean, he had
Yeah, no
every.
notes. I genuinely don't have any notes
No,
besides the entrances. It was so great.
I wanted to. We were both hoping when Javon was dangling that he would hit like a drop
A
old
drop
OG
OG cutter.
cutter.
That was great.
That
Yeah,
would have
that
been
would have
great.
been
But
insane.
he hit that massive cutter for Rusev, and again, Rusev didn't miss a beat in
No,
taking that off the
he
ladder because
saw
he
it, and
saw where he was going.
yeah, smooth as you
Did not miss a
like.
beat with that,
He also took it like exactly like overtook that F5. Like he took it flat
and he took the West Coast pop through the ladder that he set up.
that he set up, which is great comeuppance. I loved it.
Uh,
Again, Rusev had a crazy good showing. They all did.
Yeah,
It was so good. It was genuinely just one of my favorite ladder matches ever. I really enjoyed it.
I would definitely put that in my top 5.
Top five easy for now. Like I
It
said,
goes in there.
we'll rewatch it like probably 1,000 times to see where it actually goes. But that'll be one of those matches where I'm like, sit in at home and I need something to watch quickly or whatever,
Yeah,
and I'll go to that ladder match.
yes,
You know,
I
so
will.
it's
I would
right
as
up there.
well. But then I wouldn't want to put it. I wouldn't want to put it on to just have something in the background
Not
because
in
I
the
know
background. No, I'll end
I'll
up
put
like
it on to watch
I'll
it.
do. Well, I think I'll do that because I'll put it on in the background, be like, that's a good match. I'll catch a few spots, and then like as I'm like sweeping, be like, actually, just end up standing there with
Just
the
stand
bum
there
like
for
25 minutes,
just watching
just
it.
waiting for it to end. Be like, oh no. It was great. It was honestly, I think it was my favorite match of the night. I would have to say, which is
Yeah,
saying a lot because every match was great. The Ober Brock one was incredible, but
yeah.
in
The
terms of
ladder match I would say was
just
my
pure
favorite match as well.
entertainment value, but again, it was always gonna be that because it's a ladder match.
Yeah,
So, but again, no notes. I think the right person did win. I mean, I know I called Ray because I thought you could do a lot of stuff story wise with it, plus the nostalgia factor.
yeah.
His Deadpool attire was dope as hell.
All of the luchas wearing red.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that.
That was.
It
It
was
must have been a coordinated thing.
because even Finn was wearing a lot of red, actually. So I wonder if I don't know. Maybe it's like Triple A thing because
Maybe.
Dom wasn't. Dom was
No,
wearing
no, it wasn't.
all white like usual.
Maybe.
But I don't know. But yeah, all the luchas were in red.
Yeah.
That was great. That was just so good. I would highly recommend anyone go watch it now.
Yeah. If you actually just looking for
Entertainment for 20 minutes.
just
There you go.
that, and if you're looking for
Absolutely.
something that you haven't seen in a while, or you just want to watch something that will entertain you and go, that's why I want to get back into wrestling, or that's why I love wrestling, it's the match to watch.
If you have a friend who doesn't understand why you watch wrestling,
Show them
them that.
that. Because
That's like the biggest compliment I can get because it's just great.
yeah,
It's not like
it was
egregiously
like
stupid
poetry.
spots or anything. Seamless spots. Great storytelling between all the characters. The team ups were good. They made sense.
Yeah, it was
It was
perfect.
great.
Just
But
perfect.
again, no notes besides. I can't believe you didn't give three of the six entrances. But
Yeah, that's it. That's the only note.
yeah, not much. Not much more you can say about an absolutely incredible ladder match.
Yeah,
I would
no,
recommend. I would
definitely.
recommend it.
And then did we have the US? Was the US title the next one?
I believe the US title was next.
Trick
Yes.
versus Sammy again,
Wait, was it? Yeah, it was Trick versus Sammy, then Finn versus Dom,
and
then
then
the
the
women's
women's
match,
match.
then main event. So yeah,
But Trick versus Sammy again,
solid, very
solid
good match.
match.
Very good match.
Nothing of note to say. Oh, they could have done this, could have done that. It was, I think, appropriated to the right length for what it needed to be.
Sure.
I agree with you because you said it last night as well. The ending felt
the ending felt
Rushed?
rushed, so that's where I would have extended it a bit
Yeah.
because throughout the whole match, you saw Sammy do very heel stuff,
Yes.
which was great, and you could see I thought there was gonna be
They should
like
have
a full
capitalized
on
on it a bit more.
a bit more, especially in the end, because then you could have Trick fights a little bit more.
Yes.
Um, so again, there's a very minor gripe about it. I would have given it another 5 minutes to build that up a bit more,
Yep.
and probably not have had little Yachty get involved,
No, but it was good
but it made
when
sense.
but it made sense in the sense of where you say Sammy doing his heel
Mm.
things. He attacked Lil Yachty.
Yeah, yeah,
There was no
what
real
I mean is like I
provocation
wouldn't
towards it.
have had him have such a major role in helping Trick beat Sammy.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
if he had gotten on the apron and just distracted him a bit,
Yeah.
yes. But he draped him from what I
Yeah, he
remember.
did.
Yeah. So again, minor stuff there,
Small.
but
Small stuff. But
small tiny things. But
I
again,
mean, but
that's
again, Trick Williams with
he looked
the
great.
train.
Yeah, the train. Oh my god, that
That
was the
thing went
longest
on
train of
for
all time.
days.
He just made every like person in Las Vegas getting a shotgun wedding look
You
even worse, man. That train was crazy.
it
That
was
was a
ridiculous.
crazy
He
train,
just kept rolling out and rolling out and
and
rolling out, and you're
he
like,
kept
"Oh,
looking back because even he was surprised. Like, damn.
it must have been so heavy for him with the amount of material because he looked like he was
And
struggling to
a
walk
couple
forward."
times, he did definitely like stop to I think catch his breath to like get a little bit of momentum going
Thought
again.
he was gonna be gassed before he got to the
Yeah.
ring.
Thank God he looks so good. He's in such great shape because I would have been gassed like in
Oh,
that thing around.
I'd have been like, "What? This is a." I would have literally been saying to myself, "This is a stupid
Like,
fucking
yeah,
idea.
whoever's idea this was dumb.
This is a stupid. Oh, this was my idea. Oh, I'm stupid."
So dumb. um, not a lot of, and as I said yesterday, it's like as soon as Sammy's music hit, he got booed out the building for a
Yeah, it
bit.
was loud.
But they did come back a little bit for him because I think everyone forgets that beyond the storyline of sad sack Sammy and him, wanting an opportunity. He is that guy. You said it was great to have Sammy in that role instead of like a Mello versus Trick, not because we've seen Mello Trick before, but because Sammy is a veteran who has main evented and can make it a better match for Trick. And
Yeah,
I think people were starting to see that a bit throughout the match. Like, oh shit, we always forget that Sammy is one of the best in the world.
he's one of the best workhorses in the
Yeah.
business.
So I think, and not to say at all that Sammy carried the match by any stretch of the
Oh God,
imagination.
no.
Trick held
But
his own like
I
a
think,
goddamn champion.
Sammy being there probably put Trick more at comfort and more at ease.
Absolutely.
I
I
mean,
think it
he's got the
showed.
ego. Trick has the ego to go with it.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, because he probably could have done that with Mello.
sure,
But I think having Sammy there gave him there was less of a burden on his shoulders.
sure, absolutely,
He obviously,
definitely.
they knew the outcome of Trick going to be the winner. I think we called that
You called that. I call Sammy attention.
fair. But either way, Trick winning it, I think was the right thing because you set off a new
Absolutely.
era of
Yeah.
that younger generation.
Give Sammy more of a heel spin to him now because
Yeah,
again, can't get the job done.
yeah, and does
That's the whole
because
thing.
he can't, and Cody's still the champ, and he's always begging like, "Can I get it? I want an opportunity. I want an opportunity." Does he take this heel antic, turn it up a notch, and start attacking
Cody, I would.
Cody?
I would.
You know, take that
He needs
momentum of
to.
it. He doesn't need to be anywhere near the US title now. He
No.
doesn't need to be like, "Oh, I need my backlash. I need my moment at Backlash or whatever."
No, he'd be like, I'm over it now.
You can let
I know what
Trick take Miller.
I think what you could do with him is have him say it's like, I won the US title because I knew what I needed to do and I did it, but I was apprehensive doing it.
Yep.
Now I know exactly what I need to do to get the title. And then
Yes.
he goes after Cody.
And again, like you were saying, the little heel nuances in the
Yeah, I
match.
mean what also
He's going,
cost
that
them.
helped me dominate. When I
Mhm.
stopped doing it, Trick took control.
Yeah, I mean, well, besides
Well,
the gloating also cost him because he
yes.
like before that haluva kick, he was and I mean, I love it when Sammy hams it up like that.
Oh
He
yeah.
was great. So again, minor little things here and there. I would have had to go a little bit longer, but again, like I mean,
Overall,
that's
solid match.
solid match.
Entertained.
The right winner, the absolute right winner.
I didn't feel again like I didn't feel bored.
No, not at all. Not once.
I
Not even
was
once.
you kept kind of wanting to see where it would go
Yeah.
next, and it worked.
No, it was
And
absolutely fantastic.
it worked. It worked for everyone.
It was very good. I loved it again. I mean, that was three matches back to back that were just really, really good.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
were all
again,
perfect,
and
solid, good
also, I mean,
lengths.
considering they had to follow that ladder match and Ober and Brock, they did
They
incredibly well.
no, they did.
They
They
did
did
incredibly well
insane for it.
because a lot of time you could have like had the crowd like be gassed after all the cheering and stuff. Because I mean, they were hyped for those first two,
Yep,
and they had the crowd with them the whole time.
they
It
did.
was really, really good. I loved it. I really loved it. And then
Again, nothing really.
Nah,
Terrible to say. Again,
no,
the
little
one little
things.
nuance
But
of,
again, like that's just like if we're being very technical
and
about
you want to
stuff.
nitpick.
Yeah,
Like
and
because there's spots, there are other spots where you could have looked at in on like night one, and you go, should have done that. That was dreadful. It was too long. It was too short. Whatever it was. Now you're just sort of going, could have been a little bit longer,
yeah,
but it worked.
yeah,
Everything played
exactly.
into it.
Tiny things.
Small things that you nitpick, but like that's literally
And that's
trying to
best,
tear it to shreds to find it,
Yeah,
rather than just going, actually, that was so visible.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
So
So I mean, again, 3 out of 3 on the on night two so far. Then we had the abruptly created street fight between the Demon Finn and Dom,
yeah,
Dirty Dom. Um, and honestly, it was better than the unsanctioned match
it,
because the unsanctioned match was basically just a street fight.
yeah, and that was it. It was better than the unsanctioned match because it was
It was
called a street fight.
yeah, because it was billed as a street fight.
So what they did and whatever, and
Made a lot of sense.
it yeah, it worked perfectly for what the match was.
Sure. Again, a very good match overall. The entrances were very cool. I like
Yeah,
Dom's one. Dom's one was sick, and the demon always looks dope. The streamers, I think, over the
over
spikes,
the spice.
you can see it was getting on Finn's nerves a little bit, especially towards the end. But
But it happened.
it happens.
You have to
You,
deal with
you
it.
have 10 trillion streamers coming down. You got spikes on your head. They're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
But again, the demon just looks sick.
The
Um,
perfect, you know what? They did it perfect in the sense of, we were talking about it. You need it to be dark for it to take, like, to proper have the ambiance.
yeah,
But the fact that they flooded the floor with smoke for him to come
helped a
through
lot. Yeah,
helped that so much.
definitely. The ambiance was there.
Yeah, it
Very
helped
very
create
cool.
that sort of
Yeah, that
terrifying,
visceral thing.
very
Shout out Dom getting out the ring, hiding behind Michael Cole of all people,
yeah that
saying like, "Oh shit, what did I just get myself into for this one?" So
yeah.
Dom, again, Dom has just like he's raised his game so much and just keeps getting
He
better and
played
better,
into that
especially with his
fear
storytelling.
with that. He
Yeah,
played into that fear. You could see Finn coming down. Finn obviously started with the two
mm,
red contacts, ended up with one blue, one red, like his normal contact.
yeah.
One of them stayed in, and the other one obviously had come out.
I think he took it out. Like
Yeah,
before he jumped onto the top rope to do his,
to
yeah.
create
I
that
think
sort of
when he was taking the streams and
everything off,
the off, he probably like
pulled
popped
one
one
out.
out.
Yeah.
Also just to make him look a little bit more unhinged.
Yes.
And again, like just with Dom's again, just going back to Dom's storytelling, the way he did that, it always reminds me of when um the Fiend was first becoming like a massive thing. The
Yeah.
lights would go out, and there was this one segment where Michael Cole's introducing somebody. I can't remember specifically who, and the lights go and the lights go down, and the noises go like this, and you know it's the Fiend. And Michael Cole didn't panic or like bolt. He got out the ring. And he was like, "Oh," and he got out the ring really slowly,
Yep.
made sure he didn't fall or anything. And I'm like, that is the difference. Like with like a Dom in his storytelling, he's afraid of the demon,
Yeah.
and you need little things like that. And again, Michael Cole's not a wrestler, so I'm not giving him a shit for that. But again, if you're trying to sell something, it's got to be continuous.
Yes.
You know, if there's going to be a massive throwback, if you remember the mannequin challenge.
I don't.
So the mannequin challenge was when they would play that Black Beatles song, and everyone in the room would stay still, and you just go around the room, and everyone's frozen.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
now
Yes.
the
Yes.
whole reason I'm bringing that up, and I know this was like 2015, so it's not relevant, but it is in the sense. It's like the big part of that was the camera could be on you and you're frozen, but it's the people behind you and around you that mustn't move. And it's little details like that that made it so cool.
Yes.
You know
Okay.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So again, long-winded little analogy there,
But it's
but
it's the small
it's pertinent,
nuances.
small nuances, and I think Dom absolutely crushed it. I would say I do have a tiny little minor gripe
Mm,
about the match itself, and that is I think the demon sold a little bit too much at times. There was a segment when like he was laid out on the floor for quite a while. And it's the demon. I think just by saying that, I mean like Dom got a little bit too much offense in. Like not a lot, but
mm.
just at times like a little bit too much, and the demon sold a little bit too much.
Yeah. You
But
know what?
again,
And I will
minor stuff
small.
though.
Yeah. Small nitpicky
Yeah.
things, but
Overall, for a street fight, dope.
it
Love
was
the
good.
spots. The table spots were good.
The right
Um,
person won.
the right person won. Thank God, because that was also like I was a little bit nervous about that.
It didn't hurt Dom at all. It actually, in
No,
a way, I in
it
for me,
elevated him. In
yeah, it
fact,
elevates him.
because now you know he can go toe to toe with the demon in a street fight,
Yes, and the
and
demon
and
doesn't just. Okay, again, they kind of pushed it on, but he doesn't come out for just anyone.
yeah, they were saying on commentary it was the first time in 3 years, and that's when he lost the edge.
Yeah,
So
and that was when he took that massive crack to the head with the ladder,
Oh,
and he
I
had
remember that.
those
Yeah,
massive
he
stitch
was
lines.
gashed open for a while.
Oh, that was
Damn,
bad.
actually. Oh, I remember that.
But
Insane.
but uh,
Again, I mean, like no notes on this match really. Besides, like I said, minor little gripe for me was the fact that I think
I
the
think
demon
maybe
sold a bit more
yeah, that
than he should have.
maybe my only little gripe again, and we pointed out last night, is that Dom didn't use the ring bell hammer. It's a street fight. He
Yeah,
could have
that
grabbed
also,
it and used it.
and and that was the catalyst for him losing the Intercontinental title
Yeah,
was
so him.
Finn not letting him grab it.
So it would
So
have, if he had gone and he'd made like he'd made a point of him going to grab that
yeah,
and put it in his shoe or
exactly.
whatever,
Yeah,
or use
something
it.
100%. I couldn't agree more with that.
That
Really,
might be the own like this the one thing that I think was wrong,
yeah, that would have
or that would have elevated that match to actually continue the storytelling.
sure, sure. It would have been a great little like closing of the loop for that story.
Yes,
100%.
but other than that, the match was still great, and like you
Yeah.
said,
Also, again, really, really good match. No notes on in terms of
kept
match
the
quality.
momentum,
Yeah.
kept the momentum of the
Good.
night.
Yeah, it was again. That's
Still,
four in a row.
everything was just moving that way.
Very good. I mean, zero gripes about this mania. Like, well, like real
Well,
gripes.
night two, yeah,
For night two. Yeah, night two, obviously, but zero like major gripes for it so far.
yeah.
And then I believe we
We had the women's match
then we had
because
the
then we
women's
had
match.
the segment, but yeah,
Yeah, we'll get to the segment as well.
but we had the women's match.
And holy shit, Jade looked good.
She did. That was, and we agreed last night that was probably her best match in WWE.
Like easily her best match by far.
She
She looked better than Rhea
she
throughout
didn't
the
miss a
whole
step.
match. Her moves were
She
smooth. She busted out a few extra moves that
that
we've never seen.
sandstorm,
That's that was dope.
that was just
That
that
was
came out of
crazy. It
nowhere,
came out of absolutely nowhere.
and but it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good.
I liked the contrast in the sense, and we pointed out Rhea, and they obviously said it on commentary, but Rhea wearing white
Yeah,
and everything because it's
uh,
out of an insane asylum and whatever.
yeah. It's because Jay drives her crazy, which
Yeah,
I was like, okay, but it did look sick. I'll
it
tell
did.
you that.
It looked, you know what? It looked good because it was not her usual attire.
Yeah, yeah. She didn't goth it up or Judgment Day.
Yes, she did something different, and I
Mm.
think people also responded to that.
I didn't like Jade's outfit. Like when like her ring gear was great.
Yeah, but
Her
the whole thing
actual
before, it looked like it was just supposed to be a ton of hair extensions that
mm,
sort of intertwined and twangled around her
yeah,
body, and
it didn't look good.
it's very weird.
Yeah, not that Jade designed it or anything, but
But yeah, but it just
it
looked
looked a
weird.
bit odd.
And obviously the change in her graphics going
Yeah,
from blue to
to the
to red.
red gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To again, I think probably to prove the point and elevate that heel side of her.
sure, sure. Yeah,
So
absolutely. But again, like Jade looked like a much
she
better
looked
wrestler
fantastic.
than Rhea on the night. Rhea
Mm.
wasn't on top form.
No, she wasn't. She did look a bit,
Just out of sorts a little bit every now and
yeah,
again,
like a bit sluggish.
a little sluggish here and there.
But
Obviously at one stage she did have that incredible counter to the to Jaded. Uh,
what with the finish?
the finish, yeah.
Yeah, but
But beyond that, a little sluggish here and there.
yeah, but again, she.
But Rhea Ripley, she's allowed
It's
to
weird though
also
because
not have a great night.
they were saying it was Jade's, which I didn't realize. They were saying it was her third WrestleMania,
Yeah, yeah, third in
which
a
it
row.
doesn't.
Doesn't feel like that.
No, it doesn't feel like that. But it almost felt like Rhea being that little bit sluggish, and whether it was Rhea being Rhea sluggish because she was, or because she was trying to also elevate Jade a little bit.
Sure,
I
sure.
don't know, but I think that again, with a veteran of someone who had their seventh title match at WrestleMania,
Which is also wild to think.
helped
Yeah,
Jade.
definitely, definitely. I mean, she did sell for Jade incredibly well. She made it look
She
like a
looked,
million bucks
yeah,
in
she
terms
made
of her
her,
selling. Sure.
but and I don't think she needed to in the end.
Mm-mm. And I don't think it's like
It's
I was saying that Jade needs to win to really properly establish her reign. She's got the baddies now.
yes,
She doesn't defend it a lot. Rhea is and has been the top dog in the women's division for many years. So having her win will elevate her, and if she loses, it'll diminish her. I couldn't have been more wrong. Jade looks a million times better now, and she lost.
yeah,
So I mean, it was just also a really really good match. It got more time than the Liv Stephanie match
yeah.
by a few minutes. I think it was also like only
And you know
10,
what?
11.
I'll put
But
my hand up and I'll say I was wrong.
Oh
because
yeah, you said you
this
said this needs 4
this needs
minutes.
to be a quick one as opposed to Liv Stephanie. I'll put my hand up. I was wrong. They
Fair,
got
fair.
it perfect.
They really
Again,
did,
they got
yeah.
it really on point tonight, and I will put my hand up and say that I was wrong with that.
100%. I mean, so was I, because I fully agreed with you.
I
I fully
just
agreed.
yeah,
I'm like,
I
yeah,
will genuinely say
this
that
match doesn't need more
because
than
I
5
thought
minutes.
it was gonna be so slow and
And
it was gonna be
sloppy.
sloppy,
I thought
but
it'd be sloppy.
it was
It was crisp.
crisp.
It
It
was
was,
good. Yeah,
and
Jade
then
looks
obviously
so
the
good. I'm singing her praises.
you had the inevitable baddies.
Yeah.
Io gets
Who
her WrestleMania
yeah, the
appearance.
baddies didn't get music, but I mean they are heels, so I get that.
Yeah, and they
And
just
then
came out of nowhere. They didn't come down.
Io's I love Io to death, but she is short. That ramp was twice as far
She
for
looked like
her.
she was going to stumble at the end
At
when it
the end,
started
yeah,
to plateau and
like
go into the flat.
she definitely ran out of steam like halfway through and was like, "Oh fuck, she might trip. She might Titus World slide it." That would have been EO slide.
Io slide.
EO slide.
Io slide.
EO slide. Cha cha real smooth, yo.
but I, and
Yeah,
she
she
helped. She
helped get
settled
rid
it,
of the
and
baddies.
you had you pointed out as well when she did the moonsault and took out the baddies. You liked the fact that Jade tried to
Yeah,
kick her off, but
she
she
tried
was
to pump
late.
kick her and she was late, but I don't think she was late. I think EO did it like on purpose,
Yes.
but it did distract her enough.
Yes.
I think again the storytelling was really good there.
Yeah, it was
It's really
perfect. And
because Jade
again,
knew
it
what
was the
she had to
smooth.
do. She was like, "No, I need my baddies. I got to take out EO," and then she just wasn't in time.
Yes.
Um, but like not in time in terms of story, not in time as she missed it.
Yes.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
And then obviously led to the sequence where Rhea tried to do the riptide. And
yeah.
I thought
They traded a few
at the end it was
yeah
Rhea tried to do the
reversals.
riptide. Yeah, she tried to do the riptide.
Flipped
Uh,
it. There was a
and
reversal.
it
Then
looked like Jade was. It looked like she struggled. Like I thought she was struggling to pick Jade up, but
did
it was
look like that.
because the counter
Yes.
look. I looked back on it and I thought, Jesus, she struggled to pick her up. But then it was actually because Jade was countering her, so
Yeah.
it looked
Exactly.
tough.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. 100%.
And then
100%.
she obviously picked her up for the jaded, and Rhea did the roll through under, and that was
Smooth.
so perfect.
That was
Like it was
dirty, blood.
unbelievable. I don't think I've seen anything so
No,
smooth
that was
into it.
dirty. And I mean, Rhea's a big chick. She's monstrously strong. She's tall and she, oh, dirty blood.
And then obviously she hit the riptide. She finished it.
One, two, three.
Could have been, I suppose, maybe y-
I'm glad it didn't go.
people have kicked out of the riptide before.
I'm glad it didn't go to that.
Yes,
I'm glad it didn't go to
I
that. I
think it
think
did
because
end
again,
at the way that it needed to.
I do prefer like protecting finishes a little bit more. And we'll get to that main event in a second.
Mm.
But the Riptide has been protected very well. There has been a couple. I don't think it would have helped anybody if she had kicked out of the first one. You know,
Yeah.
because then all that means is that Jade has to take a second,
Yes.
and you drag the match on a little bit longer. So I think having her not kick out after the first
And
one made a lot of sense, and
and
they built to it. They built to
yes,
her
a-
like
and
actually
having
hitting her.
Jade not connect with the jaded,
Yeah, exactly. So if she did connect with the Jaded, different story. But
and
now you have that in the bank. So okay, well,
she
let's
didn't
see
get her
now.
jaded out, and Rhea didn't kick out of it. So actually, Rhea finishing her one time with the riptide is
Exactly. I think perfect. Yeah,
it worked.
that was
Again,
good
it just
again.
worked.
And on the card, 5 for 5, really good. I mean, let's be honest, 2 incredible matches,
Yes,
2 and 3 rock solid, really good ones.
to keep you there.
To keep us going. Then we had exactly what I had been asking for the entire weekend was
The
a segment with Danhausen and
and
John
John
Cena.
Cena, and it was
It was great. It
hilarious.
was so good. It was incredible.
It was everything from it where the Miz coming out, interrupting Cena with Kit Wilson. So you got Kit Wilson his little spots as well on the
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
show, and
That was great.
he's been so
Um,
relevant in recent weeks on SmackDown.
he got punched in his toxic masculinity by a little person. I Michael Cole was like, "They're midgets," and I was like, "Whoa, Michael Cole, you can't say that." And then he literally said, "Like, no,
They
no, we
they
spoke to them
asked
beforehand, and they said call us that."
we want to be
So
called bitch.
fair
So it's
enough.
like fair enough. He validated why
Validated
he
it,
said that.
but yeah, it was a little out of pocket at the
Danhausen's
time.
coffin car,
It was great. I love
a
the
little
coffin
coffin
car. That was
car,
awesome.
and he was riding down, and he was obviously like, "Come, come!" And he was
Yeah.
slowing down to allow them to catch up and
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
And it was a lot of fun
All their names were like really funny as well. John Cena, I don't think they explained to John Cena exactly what Danhausen does or how he does things.
because he genuinely looked.
He looked surprised when the explosion went off. Like I've never seen John Cena jump like that. He was like, "What the fuck?" So it was great. Yeah, Kid got hit in the toxic masculinity, and the whole statement was about Miz wanting his WrestleMania moment, and he has been crying about that for many years.
Many years.
And his WrestleMania moment was getting punched in the dick by Danhausen after being cursed,
and
and
then
then
having a
being
5,
carried out by a bunch of little people.
and Danhausen's little cat, the
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's
Danhausen's.
like, you can't see me, Hausen him.
Oh man, and it was all
It
oh,
was
I've
it
been
was
wanting to see
hilarious.
you. I was wanting to speak to you.
Yeah.
Very nice, big fan. Very
Big fan,
nice,
big fan.
very evil.
Yeah, John Cena's like, don't curse, please don't curse me. That was great. No, it was awesome. The little people dropped Miz, which was fucking hilarious as well.
It was great.
That
Uh,
ramp was too long for them.
oh, it was just too
Just
long,
too much. That
but it
was a
was
great little segment, and it broke up the before the main event
yeah. It
incredibly
helps
well.
people to just sort of get a breather
Yeah, reset. Definitely a
before.
nice little reset for it.
So, and yeah, like you say, when the whole the thing went off, I think because obviously they couldn't do the lights. Danhausen laying into that,
Yeah,
crawling out to
and then like
this
underneath the ring,
ring, and then going out the other
it's
side.
too
It
good.
was, I think it was
It
brilliant.
was masterfully done. It was
It,
really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I mean, we were cracking up,
it was so good.
absolutely cracking up, and it's exactly what it needed on the night before a big, serious, very serious main event.
Yes,
Um, and what a goddamn main event it was.
it was. Yeah,
It was incredibly good.
it was phenomenal.
I mean,
Honestly,
yeah, just again, no real notes. There's minor gripes of what I would have done differently, sure. But I mean,
but
in terms of the entrances, Roman's one. He didn't take 25 years to get to the ring, which I appreciated.
yeah, he had the
But
OG beginning
the OG beginning,
with the
yeah,
opera music and everything to start it.
which was sick.
It worked
The visuals
brilliantly.
of his family were on there. You know, all the
Yeah,
ones past Sika,
Alpha, CK,
yeah,
everyone.
um, Umaga. It was great. And then you obviously had Punk's entrance, which was dope. He started off with
Little
Miseria Cantera,
the
you
visit,
know,
the
from
like yeah,
his
the
Ring of
and
Honor
the
days.
early visual.
Him sitting on top of Allegiant Stadium was pretty cool. That was
It
sick.
was sweet.
And then yeah, just like the whole history of him and like, you know, from his very early days into Ring of Honor to WWE,
Kind of
his
how he got
timeline
to where he got to.
that was fantastic. So I mean, they already set the stage again. The high package, which we need more of
Yep,
at Mania, really helped reset the tone of everything. It was a
yep.
very good high package,
It was a
very good
very
one.
good hype package.
And then the match started, and I mean, it started great. Like Punk was
Yeah,
getting in Roman's head. He was the cockier one, you know, because he knew it was going to annoy Roman, and it did. Um,
like I said to you, like you saw
yeah.
maybe Punk did it a little bit, but I said to you, like I don't want any smiling or whatever it was. But Punk had his smile wasn't like a friendly. It was very much like the
Well,
cocky
that's what I'm saying. He was getting in Roman's head with it. You know, like he was doing it on purpose. He
Roman.
wasn't enjoying himself.
When they announced them, and it was like when they announced the challenger and the champion or whatever,
Mm,
Roman was obviously just so stone faced like Roman is,
yeah.
and then Punk was bouncing around, and
Bouncing
he
around.
went in front of
It
Roman.
reminded me very much of the Daniel Bryan Brock Lesnar match when Daniel Bryan was the heel.
Yeah,
And it's like, well, he's just gonna get eaten by Brock Lesnar, but he was dancing around and he went out the ring and he made Brock wait. Very similar to that in
yes,
terms of how Daniel Bryan was trying to get under Brock's skin,
yep,
and I think Punk did it masterfully in that sort of sense
yeah,
because
he was
you
great,
could see it was getting on Rams. That then they were trading like, you know, the head pushes and like the shoulder tackles just
and
to see who established dominance.
it was proper like pure visceral hatred and
Yeah,
like a visceral belief that I'm better than you from both of them.
yeah.
There was luckily there was none of this whole collar and elbow lockup, and there was
Nah,
no like
it was
grip
it
lockup and
really
whatever.
much started with a like a one-upsmanship battle,
Yes,
like old school
who's
one-upsmanship.
gonna get the first point?
Exactly, and then I mean Punk did, and he literally went, "I got that," and then Roman got it right back, and then they're back and forth for a while. It was an incredibly good start to the match. I mean, we were into it.
So much. Like we were
S-
barely speaking
Yeah,
for
I don't think we actually said a lot of. I think we got like halfway through,
before we said
and it's like,
something.
"You still good? Yeah, I'm still
No,
good."
so it was just
Just
making
locked
sure
in, just
we were
as
locked in.
locked in like we were playing FIFA, like oh nine against the homie. Just like, I don't
It was
remember.
literally one of those just sitting on the recliner, but then it's sort of like you're not actually lying back. You're sort
Yeah,
of
you're
like
just sitting out.
leaning
Yeah,
forward,
it
watching it.
was
You were
absolutely just locked in for
I
it.
was engrossed in it.
Yeah, I mean, by the time the middle of the match came through, and that's when Roman really took over.
Yeah,
The Superman punches after draping Punk was crazy. He cheated. It
he
should have
did.
been a DQ.
Yes. Apparently, it doesn't matter.
Roman draped Punk over the top rope on the outside. Uh, Gave him four unprotected Superman punches.
And then hit him with the
Busted his mouth open. Like proper
properly.
like the hard way.
See blood dripping
You
down.
saw blood dripping down, like, on the floor. There were, like, literal massive drops of blood. Then he picked up the stairs and smashed him in the face with it.
So yeah,
And then I was like, "Well, that's technically a DQ." Wade Barrett and Michael were like, "It is the main event, so there's gonna be a bit of leeway." And I'm like, "That's a thin, thin, thin
that's
excuse."
yeah, that's like saying it's like watching yesterday's Arsenal City match and Gabriel not getting a red card for his
Yeah,
visual
because of
headbutt
the
because of the
occasion.
occasion and don't want to see him get it all. No,
No,
it's
it's a
a
red
red
card.
card. Just like that's a
It's a
DQ.
DQ.
It happened.
At no stage did they say it's a non-DQ or like it's anything goes. No, no, this is a straight up singles match.
Yes.
So
It's
technically, you should have been DQ'd there, but it's
uh, w-
fine. It's fine for the occasion.
yeah,
I'll
because again, it
fine.
wasn't a triple threat, which we know then the DQ rules go out the window.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no DQ then.
But
Anything can
as you
happen.
pointed out, it's a singles match.
Yeah, the rules matter.
You now have to literally abide by that.
Yeah, sure, hundred
Every other
percent.
championship match that you get, if
Yeah,
someone uses the
it's like
stairs
oh
and
no,
picks and hits them, fine.
it's fine. It's the occasion.
So
It's a big main event.
it's a weird one to look at because obviously they throw them into the stairs and bounce them, but you're not
Yeah,
actually picking up the stairs to hit someone
yeah,
with them. You're throwing them into an object, like using a ring post
yeah. Or the barricade.
or a table, like
Yeah,
the ring announcers tables.
exactly. That's there. It's out. It's just in the way,
It's part of
as
the
oppo-
ring.
as opposed to setting up a table.
Yes,
Yeah, it's part
it's
of
part
exactly,
of the ring.
exactly. It's part of the ring. But the stairs are not if you lift them up and then run backwards and then smack him in the face with it.
No,
And then your Punk got busted wide open.
he did.
Wide open. He
He was
was
bleeding properly,
yeah, at one stage it was like
gushing,
gushing out. It was great visual
and he couldn't
again.
stop it. Like you could see he was trying, but he
Yeah, it was
couldn't
trying.
stop it.
And again, just unbelievable selling from Punk throughout that whole section, where he couldn't get up. This is where the match really really picked up actually, because you think, okay, well this is the Roman dominates, and now it's gonna be there'll be a bit of a rally,
Yeah,
sure, but then Roman's probably gonna put it to bed.
and it yeah,
And then this is what I was saying with the other matches, and like why I'm glad Jade didn't kick out of the Riptide, the first one,
yep,
because they were trading each other's finishes a
yes,
little bit,
yes.
you know. Roman's first spear wasn't his cleanest
He
we've
kind
ever
of hit him
seen.
more up in the chest
Yeah,
rather
and
than through the
it was
midsection.
very much dead on. It kind of looked like his head hit his chest first.
Yeah. Do you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the
Every Jey Uso spear.
no, it reminded me of the Goldberg spear on Bret Hart.
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
one where
yeah.
it looked awkward, where he went high and hit him,
Yeah,
and then he
and
just
like
sort of
sort of like fell into it.
yeah.
Yeah, it did look
I'm not
very
saying
much like
I'm not
that.
saying it was terrible or
No,
whatever, but
it
it
wasn't his
reminded me
cleanest
of that
one.
where it's like, okay, could be better.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the minor gripes on that. But then obviously it set up the rally for the GTS. Then Roman wanted to do a GTS, and then Punk was set up the Superman punch, which he got,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Great to see. He did the
Yeah, he did the whole thing
he
of
did it for a long
cocking
time as well. He was
cocking the gun
literally giving Roman so much shit for that. It's like, no, you're a wanker, bro.
cocking the gun.
Cocking the gun, got him, and then he lined up for the spear. He went ooh wah, and then
Everything.
didn't hit it,
No,
which was great. So they were trying to trade each other's finishes. Again, one-upsmanship. I think that was the story and theme of the night.
it was
It's
very
like
much.
which one of us is actually better.
Yeah.
And yeah, but then the rally came back, and then Punk hit him with he
Or
eventually
threw the
got him with the
tape
go
at
to
him
yes,
to
he
get the
threw
low blows,
he
that to
threw the
get to
tape in
gain the
to get the
advantage, hit
yeah.
him with the GTS.
Yeah, I mean, he did not because he's old now.
Yeah.
Because
He needs to do something that
he
will
needs to
give
do
him a
something.
small edge.
And then he hit him with the go to sleep, which was great. The visual of Roman, and we've seen it before, and we like it's happened to Punk a few times where he gives someone the go to sleep. They bounce off the ropes, fall on his shoulders, and then he lifts them up and gives him another one.
Yes.
And this time, Punk couldn't do it in the nicest way possible. He couldn't get it up.
But he had been exhausted. I mean, at this point, he'd gone through the table. He'd done the elbow
Sure,
drop
sure,
through the
no, and I, and
table.
I and I totally agree with that. What I'm trying to say is that it feeds into what Roman was saying. It's like you're old.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
part of the story, the big time story.
He's exhausted.
You're exhausted not because of what you put you through, because commentary was putting Punk over so much about his resilience, and like it
Yeah.
showed. But it was just because he's getting so much older now.
And
What he could do, like in a few months prior,
so, and I agree with that. He is getting a bit older now.
I'm just saying in
But
terms of the
in the
storyline,
storyline,
the
yeah, it is
storyline
that.
itself, that's what it was more about.
I don't, what I don't understand is they're going your goal. You're getting old and whatever. Yeah, he is touching the back end of 40. But he's only like 5 or 6 years older than Roman.
Yeah, yeah,
For
for sure.
me,
Yeah, that was weird.
physically, for like physicality wise, unless you're like if there's a 15-year age gap, there's going to be a point where it's like you're old, you can't keep up with me.
Sure.
5 6 years,
Yeah, no,
and
it's
they're both in
but
pretty
I
damn good
like
shape. I was looking at Punk, going, I've seen him look like he's got a bit of a,
yeah, boop, yeah, belly.
but last night he actually looked
Oh, he looked lean.
leaner,
He looked lean.
much
No,
leaner,
again, I'm
and
just saying,
Roman always looks
I'm
fucking
just,
jacked, man.
yeah, he looked also just incredible. I'm just saying, like, in
Yeah,
terms of for their story, it makes sense. But in terms of the whole, you're
yeah, of
old,
course,
and the thing that set off Roman, set off Punk, I know what you mean. Like, if Javon Evans said that to Punk, that makes sense because there's a
yes,
25-year age difference.
yes,
And young people always be telling older people, you're old.
yes,
But yeah,
but
Roman's not that far off Punk, but I get it.
yeah, but I know what you mean. But
Yeah,
for the story and
but
what we
it
got,
made a lot of sense.
keeping it out of it
Yeah.
because everyone I think still thinks that Roman is in this
Yeah, in the prime of his
in the
years, like
prime of
in
like
his
the
mid
bloodline
30s. Yeah,
stuff where
yeah,
he was, you know,
yeah,
pure.
absolutely, absolutely. But then hit him with a very good spear after that.
Yeah,
And
and
then
getting up on his knees,
yeah,
just preparing. Like again, he'd gone through the ringer with it. He'd been hit with the table. He'd,
the
the
stairs,
stairs.
the
Sorry, he'd gone
stairs.
through the table because he did the elbow drop,
Of course, yeah. He did the elbow drop to Roman on the outside. I did forget about that.
and they got
That was fantastic as well. Scary looking because you also think
because
to
yeah, he'd been
yourself
power bombed through
like
the table.
Punk, dude. Like, oh, it's far, dog. The more you look at it, be like, oh, Jesus, it's far.
It
It's
is a
really far. It's a big jump for like again pushing 50 Punk.
yeah, it's a far jump. I mean, we know we've seen Shane McMahon do that sort of shit, but
Yeah,
Shane McMahon was always someone who did things crazy. Punk's not really been the person who's done that crazy stuff, jumping off of.
at least not for a while. 'Cause, I
Yeah,
mean, he has done that in the
yeah.
past, but
But
also like
McMahon kept Shane McMahon
in
kept that up for years.
yeah.
But
And
yeah,
like Punk did it in his prime when he
but
knew he could like make it easily and like he would get up right after and like
yeah,
carry on and there's the GTS and then he wins.
yes.
Whereas this was desperation jump.
But and he's the thing is again at these points where you're getting towards the end, like you say, he'd been hung up, taken Superman punches, hit in the face with the stairs, power bomb through the other
Power bomb through
table.
the other table.
Then see you got CM Punk doing the elbow drop through Michael Cole and
Yeah,
Corey's table,
yeah. The
and
Spanish announce table, RIP, and then RIP English announce table. Yeah,
yeah, and then he's also again like he's taken a spear already. He's taken several Superman. Like it does show like he's getting old with it.
yeah,
And then when he
absolutely.
get like you say, he does the GTS. Roman lands back on his shoulders. He can't get up.
Yeah. Oh, we did also. Sorry, guys, to interrupt you there, but we did also see a lot of reversals from the Anaconda Vice into the guillotine, which also didn't
That
help his
was
exhaustion.
and smooth sequences on
Smooth
that.
sequences on those.
Smooth sequences on
I
that.
love the Anaconda Vice. It looks like such a deadly like hold.
Yeah,
Guillotine on Roman. I don't necessarily think the guillotine is the greatest like submission move ever, but because Roman's such a big dude, it always looks like he's like literally trying to murder you. I love how he ragdolls
yeah.
people when he
I
does
love it
it. You
when he
know.
does that. I love the guillotine, but at the same time, it would probably be more deadly if he did it like a dragon sleeper. So just flip the
Yeah.
guy around.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Just it would look better.
It
But I
would,
understand why he does
yeah.
it like that
And
because
it's
it's also a shield
perfect to
thing
have a
because Mox does that with
yeah,
the
and it's perfect
bulldogs.
to have a submission
Mm.
in
In the main event, yeah, that
in
was great. And it told the right story because at that stage, it's like, all right, the finishers aren't putting each other down.
no,
Switch to our subs, and
tire them out
might as well
again.
sub to us while I mentioned it. Uh, but yeah, in guillotine, Anaconda Vice, guillotine. And I honestly, at one stage when they were doing that, I was like, if Punk passes out and we have two main events where the person is
No.
called off for a pass out, then I would have written the main events off.
Yes,
I don't care
absolutely.
how you could have given me like a 7.5 star match. If that had happened, I would have been like, no,
Yeah.
it's cock.
You don't have a proper winner that way for me.
No, absolutely not. But then yeah, after that spear, big spear, it was a very good spear.
Yeah, he speared him he hit him with a nice spear, and then Punk obviously showing that resilience of I'm still here,
Yeah,
took the swing and just collapsed, and then you then see it's like
yeah, that was
they
great.
obviously
I
had the
love that
thing
little
where Punk
storytelling, like where he reached out and just he couldn't get, and like that was like a metaphor. It's like you'll
like,
never reach the heights of Roman, sort of
yeah,
thing. You know, that was great.
you're just always just behind.
Just behind,
You're just not
yeah.
there.
Like you might be the best in the world, but
And
I'm
obviously
the OTC
yeah,
sort of thing.
like
You know.
and you're never and obviously they must have had some kind of interaction with it where it was like where they must have been speaking to each other in the ref and whatever, going, okay, double bounce and just
Mm,
take me out, and
yeah,
that's it. This is how we end it.
100%, 100%, and it was a great ending.
and it works perfect.
Worked perfect. Roman obviously won, not my prediction. I wanted Punk to win as a Punk stan.
Mm,
So of course I'm always gonna predict Punk to win, and it just made sense for me for him to win
yep,
as his first singles match at Mania.
yep,
Also, again, like he's had a really good title run as the fighting champion. I have enjoyed it, but you can't really tell me anyone that he's defeated that like, oh, this is a definitive win for this run. So I think
yeah,
having beaten Roman, that would have done that. But I totally understand putting on Roman. I'm not. I thought I would hate it.
yep,
I don't hate it.
yeah. It does open up oh, it opens up different things because obviously you can have new
Sure.
matches with some new talent coming through.
Yeah, you can also let Punk get away from the main event scene for a little bit
Let him
to
chill. Yeah,
sort of recalibrate for himself
yeah.
what it means to be like, oh, maybe he is too old to do this. You could have
Maybe, or you
that sort
could,
of storyline going.
maybe he. I know he had that nice interaction with Cody, but you had the heel Cody nuances. You had kind of heel Punk nuances as well. The
Sure.
whole thing
Well,
with
he low
the
blowed
low
him.
blow and
He low blowed
everything,
him. Yeah.
and the way that he gets under
But
the
actually,
skin.
but I mean, I did say to you like that low blow was comeuppance for the stair spot, so it evened out.
Yeah,
I
fair,
would say it
fair,
evened out
fair.
there.
But maybe then and I know you had the nice thing with Cody, but maybe you move him to SmackDown for a bit and maybe have
Sure.
him go after the World Heavyweight title there because you could still have Punk versus Randy, which again you had in the late 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah. They had a massive rivalry back in the
Eventually,
day. Then
if Randy ends up taking the belt, if not, if Punk gets it, then you
Punk
can have Punk Randy anyway there.
Punk kind of has to also because Pat McAfee was running his ass down,
Yeah,
and he's still on the posters for Backlash. I don't care what they say
yeah.
that he's not going to be back. He will be.
But I'd like there's some matches
There's matches
there.
there. There's
Punk
matches there for
Black,
sure. Punk, oh, that would be awesome. The promos you would get between the two of them.
Punk Black.
So it opens up, just to say, it's open up a big world for CM Punk to not necessarily be like in the main event scene, but
Yeah,
there's a lot of stories you can tell around that.
yeah.
And having Roman as champ also gives everybody a big bad to beat. Let's go over Femi.
Just I don't want because it was a dead rubber match, not like first match, not one. I just don't want this whole bloodline thing to be. It was good for when it was. It lasted
Oh,
long, but
I don't want
I
a
don't want
Jey
another bloodline.
Uso bloodline thing with Roman.
No,
I don't want that. No, no, no. You had
enough
the
with that.
ruler defeat the
Let's
beast, arguably Roman Reigns' biggest rival, easily, easily. You know, Oba
well,
needs to come after
well.
Roman.
So on the post show, which
Oh, I didn't watch that.
so
Skip that.
I saw bits from the post show. Oba called him out.
Oh, did he?
Said at the end
Oh,
of the
damn.
year, you know, OTC,
I'm coming for you.
I can come for you.
Come for you, dog.
Is he called him out,
Good.
and then when Roman came out to the post show, the fans started chanting Oba, and you could see Roman got ticked. And he turned around, he stood up off the chair, he looked at the crowd, and then he came
Nice.
back and
Okay.
sat down. So there are some things there. I do need to. I did see clips from it, but I want to watch the whole post show.
Sure, yeah. We'll definitely watch the post show.
He
We might
also,
bring it up in our next podcast if
yeah,
there's anything like relevant after Monday Night Raw.
yeah, of course.
That also builds into it.
And there were small things like that that led to it, and said he did have respect for CM Punk as well. So as much as the hatred is there, he
Oh,
did
it's
say that
respect.
he had it. So
Yeah, in the pre-match interview that Punk did with Corey Graves,
yeah,
which was a part of the high package, that was a separate thing you kind of had to see.
yeah,
I think it was on a Raw actually, if I'm remembering correctly. He said he doesn't care people don't respect him. It's when they disrespect him.
yes,
Um, and yeah, the respect's now there. I think they can bury that for a while.
yeah,
And you always have that match in the bag as like a final like CM Punk one down the line. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
he needs to get his win against Roman because I don't think he's ever beaten Roman
No, I don't know.
because he lost in the triple threat match. Obviously, he
Yeah,
lost in this one on one thing. Again, I can't remember like all like
all the way
15,
back
15 years ago to
to what it
the
was.
Shield
Yeah,
days and stuff like that. But I don't remember Punk and Roman going one on one. Although commentary never specified that this is their first singles match together. So
true.
again, I might be wrong,
Yeah,
but I guess we'll see. It's in the bag, is
it's
what I'm
there. Yeah,
saying.
but like, do we get? We'll obviously have to see everything after Raw tonight, and then obviously discuss after Dynamite
Dynamite, yeah,
on
yeah.
Thursday. And but yeah, do we get because it's backlash? It's the repercussions of
That's the backlash
Mania.
of Mania.
Do we get Roman versus Punk in the rematch? I don't think you need
I
to
don't think
have that.
I wouldn't do that.
I don't
You
think you
shouldn't
need to
have
have
that.
that. I think Punk can literally just go back from it a little bit now.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's so many more opportunities to not run that back for now and have it in the bag for later. You know,
Because again,
I think because now I think Punk needs to rebuild. I think Punk needs to go on a spiritual journey because him and AJ lost
yeah,
from winning both of them from them
give
winning
them like
together.
2 months
Yeah,
hiatus,
exactly.
bring him back at some random point, like
Yeah, bring back at SummerSlam. You know.
whatever. Just let them have a couple of months off. He has been
In fact, I mean, you could probably it's probably too soon, but Punk's a Paul Heyman guy, got turned on.
Brock's gone.
Brock's gone. Gunther's owed a favor. You could maybe run Punk Gunther at some stage.
Yeah.
Again,
Well,
or at least not running now because CM Punk's not going to retire anytime soon. I
no.
don't think. But you can start like sowing the seeds of that.
Yeah. Well, maybe you already started it with Roman calling him old.
What that's what I'm saying because of that in the story that they told. That's why Punk needs to go on a journey now. Like maybe I am too old to do this. Kind of what AJ was doing
Yeah.
before his retirement. Then
Yeah. Yeah.
again just opens up a lot. Overall, though, I think phenomenal main event.
Yes.
It was
Just
so good.
just so you're aware as well. One of the clips I saw in the post show, Roman said, "Oh, everyone's saying that I'm the hiatus guy or whatever." Like
Oh, he's back full time.
he's like,
I saw
"That's
that. Yeah,
that shit's gonna change."
yeah. No, I saw that as well. I
So
did see.
let's
I
just see
think
where that
I
goes.
saw that
But
on
yeah,
Reddit
but
that he sort of said something similar
yeah,
to that.
but
I did see on the post show that everyone was shouting "fuck TKO" to Triple H.
yep.
So it shows you what the fans think.
Oh yeah. But yep. Night two overall,
One of the best nights of WrestleMania I've seen in a very long time.
definitely
Every match was very, very
stacked.
good to incredible.
Yes.
I mean, again, the one match that we both thought would be garbage was Jade versus Rhea,
And
and that was so good.
it was a
That was
phenomenal
so
match.
good. No notes.
Nothing.
Do that again.
Yeah, just that's what we wanted
That's it.
night one, so you could set up night two,
Yeah,
and then you can maintain that.
and
Everyone is
maybe
so fucking flat from the first night.
yeah. I don't know if it was the fact that there was like an extra 5,000 people in the crowd, but everyone the crowd actually got involved
Yeah,
in everything, which helped. It always helps, especially in a massive arena like that where the sound doesn't carry so well. You've got to do something like that,
something. Yeah.
Again, sorry, I keep forgetting his name. Your boy who's a Penta fan.
Oh, George Kittle.
So George Kittle and Gronk had a bit of a beef as well on this
Yeah,
episode.
like that down.
They took it down to drink better, and George Kittle absolutely destroyed Gronk. That the
Love
talk,
the also love the little nuance when Roman was in the ring and that guy standing next to George
with
Kittle does that. George Kittle was like, no, and he
yeah, yeah,
lifts his arm up. He's
yeah.
like, get your one up.
Get your one up. That was great. Yeah, and Roman throwing back the Ula Fala that Punk stole off a fan was pretty good.
Yeah,
There were also just little tiny story beats within the main event that was so good.
it was perfect.
It was so
It
good.
was
I
yeah, like a,
genuinely loved Night Two.
yeah, so good. That's one that I don't want to go back and watch night one, but night two I could be like,
I'd
I go
rewatch it.
back and
I'd put
watch
it on
that.
today and like just
Just
rewatch it
yeah,
again.
just because it was
It was that damn
that
good.
good. I am that
Damn
damn
good.
good.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Um,
But yeah, so
yeah, I
no
guess
issues, no
there's no issues.
complaints.
Again, I think all the right people won. I mean, barring my predictions on who I wanted to win,
Mm.
I don't think there were any actual losers on
No,
this night two at all.
everyone came out a winner. Every single
Person looked like an
superstar came
absolute
out a winner.
elevated
Yeah,
$1,000,000.
100%.
Except
Irrespective of results.
for maybe Jay's baddies, who also just still look like goons.
Yeah,
But that's their job right now.
yeah.
That is their job right now.
They're
So
just
that's
there to
not
offer
bad.
that.
But again, I love Night Two.
Yep.
No notes. Again, minor little gripes here and there, but I wouldn't say those are notes.
No.
Besides, for like certain matches, like the Ober Brock one, I would have loved to have seen the high package that they showed on like SmackDown and the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Just to again like set the scene for a couple of them. You don't have to do it for every match,
Yeah.
but just a couple of them, just to help like elevate some stories.
Yeah. Absolutely.
The Dom and Finn definitely deserved one because of their 3 year story that they've had together
Yeah, they've been together for so long,
for
and you
so
just
long.
give them crap, and you just give them fuck all in the sense of the video package.
Yeah, so again, I would have had one there,
Yep.
but again, minor gripe considering how good Night Two was.
Yes. Absolutely. So overall,
Overall, I mean, again, it sucks to have to rank this Mania because Night One was so trash compared to Night Two.
yeah.
Again, there were bright spots
I think you
on
have
Night
to.
One.
Personally, I would be looking at it as two separate WrestleManias
Yeah,
rather than a WrestleMania 42. I'm looking at it as part one, part two.
Part one, part two. Yes,
Not even like
absolutely.
night one, night
Because
two. It's
again,
part one,
like
part two.
I say it now that night one is trash compared to night two, but that's just because of how good night two was.
Yes.
Night one wasn't terrible by any stretch. We quite enjoyed it
Yeah, yeah.
actually.
We did enjoy
We
it,
did
but
enjoy it, but it was compared to how it could have been on like the night two. It's a completely different story.
absolutely.
So I hear what you say because like we were saying, or at least what I said was night one felt like an extended Raw episode.
Yes.
That was like the go home show to night one to night two.
Yes, and night two was
Was
Mania.
was a single day
Was
WrestleMania
WrestleMania.
like back in the day. So yeah, but again, minor stuff.
Yeah.
It was overall. I liked this Mania. I think
Overall, it was good.
night two helped elevate it a lot, but there was not a lot of bad things. I saw online people were saying it's one of the worst WrestleManias ever because of night one. Blah blah. Or at
Yeah,
least
but that's
off
what I
night
say.
one,
You kind of have
and
to
I'm
look
like,
at it as two separate
but
things.
again, I think they're overreacting.
They are.
Night one
They are.
wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't. Again, it wasn't the worst WrestleMania. It wasn't atrocious. It was the small things in the middle, like
Yeah,
in between everything, that really
that ruined it.
pissed people off. I
Exactly.
think. I don't
Yeah.
think the wrestling
No.
ruined it.
In
They
fact,
should have had more time for certain matches. They probably could have flipped one match onto night two.
in fact, guys, you actually said it at the start of this one. Night one was the TKO Mania,
Yeah,
and this was the WWE Mania.
yeah, and you
Well,
can see
night
it.
two was WWE's Mania.
Yeah, and you can
And
see
I
it.
think look at it like that. If you look at it like that, then we had an excellent WWE WrestleMania,
Yeah, and we had an
an
average
average TKO
TKO
one.
one, but it's because they pushed everything.
Yeah, 100%. But again, like night two was just so dope. I
So
really
brilliant.
like night two.
Whoever was the producer
Oh,
for night two,
raise, give him
that
all
person
a huge
is
raise.
whoever came up with the storyline and the
It was
creative
Danhausen.
for those.
it,
That person
it was
needs
yeah,
that they need to just keep doing that.
executive producer Hausen.
Yeah, exactly. The
Yes.
producer. How's that?
Very good, very evil, very good at writing.
Very nice. Very evil. Very good writing.
Very
Very
good
good
writing.
writing.
That was great. No, I loved it. So yeah, I guess we're onto the Raw after Mania. Lots gonna come down on this then.
Yeah.
I know they like to spend a lot of time on the Fallout episodes from big events to recap a lot of stuff. I hope they don't do that. I hope they just sort of get like right into it. Like I want to see what people are saying about Brock, about Paige returning, Oba winning,
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is back. Is Jey Uso gonna crash out on his cousin? Because that's a whole thing. What's the Vision doing now that they don't have Brock's protection? And Braun Breaker's back.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's
I need.
so much.
Yeah. There's a lot to. There's a lot to dissect. A lot
Yeah.
to
Unpack.
unpack. There's going to be so much to figure out going forward.
And we're here for it.
We're here for it all.
Bi-weekly. Bi-weekly? Yes.
Bi-weekly can mean,
Bi-weekly.
but yes,
No. hmm,
bi-weekly means both ways. You can have it every 2 weeks
Yeah.
or twice a week.
Or twice a week. Well, twice a week.
Twice a week.
Twice a week. Thursdays and
Thursdays and
Sundays,
Sundays.
BST.
Check it out.
7 Central BST. I don't know what time it is, but we will do it. But yeah,
check it out.
check it out. Again, thank you for watching.
Appreciate it. It's been a
really
great
appreciate
Mania
it. Been a
weekend.
Great Mania weekend. Thank you, Gazi.
No, I appreciate it, Ty. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And we'll catch you in the next one.
See you.
Logo Bold.